She's going through like right. So got a lot of bunch of stuff fixed up in the house. Didn't realize how much damage there was to a lot of stuff. Um, and then he had to go for work down for 5 days, and the day he left, the pipe busted in the basement. So he got back home. He's only back because of the pipe. Um, he came back Saturday, and they fixed the pipe. But he was like, it figures they cleaned out a section of the basement because he was like, I don't know if you see my basement, but it was like a hoarder's house, like chest high piles and a path to the washing machine. Yeah, well, they had cleaned up a whole lot of it, and he cleaned out this one room in the basement, and they started putting things from the other parts of the house that they wanted to keep in the boxes labeled and piled, not piled, but stacked them in that room in the basement. And that's where the pipe busted and wet all the boxes. So he's like, so now most of the stuff that the kids want to keep is going to wind up getting trashed, and what isn't has to be fumigated because it's been sitting for days soaking wet. He was like, anything that was clothing, they went and they ran strings and hung them, but it's already been sitting. So um, part of the agreement he had with his ex was if she couldn't find an apartment, she would be able to move back into the house, but she would rent from him a room. No, not the boyfriend's not allowed to, and that's according to youth services. So he apparently has a history of some kind of child abuse or child problem with a child. I don't want my kids having to fight an adult. You know what I mean? He was like, they'll kill him. Any one of the three of them would just kill him. But the guy was instigating it. So youth services said he's not allowed near the children. Um, so she's moving into an apartment. She got it in just her name. But the boyfriend's moving with her, but he's not helping her move because he has to work. So she asked if one or two of the boys could come and help her move her stuff. So Brendan told all three of them, help the mother move into her apartment. But what he didn't tell her is they're only going to move her stuff that's still in the house to her apartment. Whatever she wants to get from his parents' house to her apartment, her and him have to move. So, well, he doesn't own. His brother owns that food truck business, right? And he runs one of the carts, and she drives or one of the trucks, and she's the driver, so she's getting paid to do that. And apparently, she's keeping him doing it the right way, and they're not doing too bad with it. But well, I didn't want to. Well, I don't want to see all that over there. I'm trying to stop that from happening. That's why I made this so wide. So he said that satisfies it. She now has an apartment. But he said, but I had to rub it into her. She's paying more for an apartment than she was paying for the mortgage on the house. Well, yeah, but so she's paying $2,000 a month for this apartment, right? But he goes, it's an efficiency. It's one room. That's all it is one room and a bathroom.
So within a couple months.
Yeah, she's been with this guy for a couple years now, so who knows? He don't want no kids. He don't want nothing to do with kids, and apparently she doesn't really either, except when she needs them. Um, Brendan said it was Brendan and one of the other boys' birthdays. She called Brendan to wish him a happy birthday, but no card, no, didn't know like, hey, I want to see you on for your birthday, or let me take you out to dinner, or any of that kind of stuff, or nothing. Just a phone call and where it went. How you doing? Happy birthday. Okay, bye. He was like, it was literally less than 5 minutes long. And Brendan was upset because, he's huge, but he's still a kid. You know what I mean? So, like, and then the other one, she didn't even call, send a card, even acknowledge that he had a birthday. So, he says that'll be the last of her stuff in this house. It'll be out. And she has an apartment now. So now I don't have to have nothing to do with her at all. You know, unless she tries to do anything with the kids. That's the only time he has to associate with her. So we'll see what happens. Why is this? Why is this working?